Michael, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. We're going to go right into questions for freshman wide receiver Michael Redding III. First up, we have Matt Shodell from Canesport. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Michael. Congratulations on your touchdown against Florida State. I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, look, you're a true freshman. You're in the biggest series, biggest rivalry Miami plays every year. How meaningful was it to you to get that touchdown, get involved in the game? Talk about that a little bit, and also your progress in general.
Of course, it's amazing. I always, scoring the touchdown versus rivalry FSU, I was pumped, excited, especially my teammates coming up to me, congratulating me, all that, and just the, kind of the team connection and all that, just feeling that and then scoring that touchdown, it was just really, really great. And then, with the progression, getting a lot better, especially, with Coach Likens, him, being really into the details and things like that. So I really do feel like I'm progressing and developing.
Awesome. Next up, we're going to go to Christopher Stock from Inside the U. Chris, go ahead.
Michael, can you talk about maybe some of the frustrations that you might have had with your injury in the spring, not be able to do everything fully, and then it sounded like you were dealing with something in the fall as well, and just to progress through that and get to this point where you can contribute?
So, I learned a lot after, those, injuries and those, little things. The one thing that it really taught me was patience, and you have to be patient with it. It may take time. You have to really dial in on the injury and make sure you're 100%. You got to continue to take care of your body. And I learned how to kind of be like a pro in a sense when it comes to take care of your body. What you're eating, pay attention to just all the little details that can make me better and actually make me be able to go 100% when I'm on the field.
Great. Next up, we're going to go to David Furones from the Sun Sentinel. David, go ahead.
Hey, Michael. I remember in the spring, that 1 week that we did have, you went out there even though, you couldn't fully participate. You had the cast on and everything, and you were still running routes, doing whatever you could. I just wanted to ask what led you to want to do that so early in your career and, the benefits that it paid off, apparently.
Mostly it was just taking mental reps, make sure I know what I'm doing, being in the right spot, being where I'm supposed to, just learning those things. It helped me be able to learn the playbook a lot better and a lot more efficient because I'm actually running those routes. I'm actually seeing what everybody else is doing and seeing what routes they're running also. So it just led me to know more about the playbook and know what routes I need to run in certain situations.
Awesome. We have time for a couple more. Next up, we're going to go to Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan, go ahead.
Hey there. So what was that touchdown like, Michael? I know Nkosi threw it, and it was the last one, and your touchdown put UM over 50 points, which is pretty cool. What was that experience like?
It was amazing. Just watching the ball come all the way into my hands, knowing I was in the end zone, knowing that we just put a 50 burger up, it was just really, really exciting. And the most exciting part was probably just my teammates, just being there with them, just celebrating together, just all of us together, just celebrating the 50 points. So probably just being around my teammates.
And the other thing is, I was talking to Xavier about this. You played FSU, such a huge game, right? The rivalry. And now you go to Clemson, which you can't get any bigger than that. What's that like for a guy that, that's a freshman and now with Clemson specifically playing the number one team in the nation?
So you kind of you have to have a kind of level head. So, you can't make the game bigger than what it is. You know what I mean? So every game we kind of treat every game like it's a big game. So it's just a regular game. We going to do the same thing like we did the last game and the game before that. So we take it week by week and don't think it's bigger than what it is.
And the last thing is how are you guys going to make sure? I know Manny Diaz keeps talking about, staying healthy, staying safe with the coronavirus and all that. How do you guys ensure that as much as you can that you're going to stay healthy?
So we just pay attention to the small details, always wear your mask, try to stay out of contact tracing, staying 6 feet apart. We're on all of that, make sure we have hand sanitizers here and there. And we just make sure we pay attention to those little details and make sure we're making smart decisions on the weekends. Make sure we're not going out to parties and things like that to keep us safe from corona.
Thank you.
All right, our last question for you comes from David Lake from Inside the U. David, go ahead.
Yeah, Michael, I think you had a big third down conversion in the first quarter, I believe. What did that play do for your confidence, just showing, that De'Eric trusts you in those big spots? And then also, too, if you could just talk about what you feel like the skill set is that you bring to the wide receiver position.
So, just that play right there, it brought a lot of confidence because in that situation, I knew like the ball was coming to me on that play. And, just being able to come in and just make a big play like that. Cause, even the older guys like Mark Harley, he was like, if you didn't make that play, we wouldn't be able to score that touchdown. So, it just did a lot for me there. And just me, myself, just bring a lot of physicality, just hard work. And then just being able to make contested catches and things like that, or just make the tough catch is something that I bring to the table.
Awesome. Michael, thanks for taking the time to talk with us and enjoy the rest of the bye week.
All right, you too.